We managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elganon and KRILLIN like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
We can handle anything the Venatori throw at us.
How do we know we can even trust you? You're not from here. You don't know Minrathous like we do. And we know as little about you as we do these risen gods you unleashed.
Now, what is it they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
Who are you? And can we trust you?
Look at that. There are bounds to my infamy after all. Refreshing.
Rook's been working with us. Mayvaris is one of the Shadow Dragon leaders.
Mayvaris Talani, formerly Magister Mayvaris Talani, at your service.
Wait, formally?
My enemies conspired to have my magisterium seat stripped from me. We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan? Why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again.
For sure.
I know someone in the area who's keeping watch.
New exploration level unlocked. Docktown. This new exploration level is available. Return to this location via the world map or through the crossroads of Luvian to explore the complete edition. Oh, got some side quests here.
Watch. Find him in the library. Say you're looking for Ferdinand Genetivi's book on Orlais.
Ferdinand Genevieve what?
He's a Ferelden scholar, virtually unknown in the north, and no one ever asks about his work.
Oh, a passphrase. Got it.
That Venatori stunt with the Darkspawn has me dreading what's to come.
You and me both.
How the heck do I get her fit though?
There's so much magic in Minrathous. It's almost all you see at first. But it's also just full of people trying to live their lives, like everywhere else.
With a lot more excitement lately.
Oh, snap. Dang. Dang.
Demons!
My hand slipped off my controller. Not even close, gang. Not even close. Nah, last stream was about to have me rage though. I walked into a level 20 boss. I think I was only like level 11. And then I didn't have on the right equipment for it. Tell me that was a champion.
One for us. Do Templars really not have authority over mages? Whatever you say.
Yeah, that was good.
You died for the god.
Okay.
Where were we?
Do Templars really not have authority over mages in Tevinter? What happens if there's blood magic? What do they do?
Depends on the Templar. Depends on who's bought their loyalty.
What do you do when the authorities can't be trusted to do the right thing?
That's how I keep busy.
I don't know how to get out now. Oh well, next. Alright, man, where this boss at?
Another demon killing.
Better be ready.
Got him in the distance. Under fire. Watch it.
Ooh, boy, this is gonna be rough.
Got him from a distance. Something's ready.
There we go.
Made it through that one.
Hold on.
This one. Curiosity undimmed. Just one more answer. Truth and story beneath the ruins. Find who he was. I will find you then.
Yeah, what he said.
We've got a trail. We just need to follow it.
Where's
You read the notes on the Circle Road case?
The murdered Magister's aide? Killed with an arrow instead of magic. Hard to get an angle like that.
It is. Where would you take it from?
I don't know the place that well, but there's a tower not far that would get a clean shot. And good cover.
But if you were
Twitch be
angry,
wildin',
hurry.
bro.
If the shot were more lucky than planned.
I gotta find
Well, there's that
I
bridge.
gotta find to take that dang on
Wait.
stupid ass setting off.
Why are you asking me?
It's a bot, bro.
Property of Marcus.
Bro,
Scholar.
that nigga something serious.
Story beneath the ruins.
He make Red Shiggy look
Fear
like
for
something
the
out of a
future.
completely different
And yet,
game.
He continued. For himself and for her.
I think the nigga name
There
like
are
Galaxy
others.
something.
I would know more of them.
Go. Oh, it's you again. Damn, not again.
Better be ready.
Ready if you are.
Coming at range.
Rook takes credit there.
Whatever you say. Ranged attackers!
Set up for the rest. Under fire! Watch it!
Take that over some damage.
Look out!
That's a win now. Ranged incoming! They're aiming for us. That's a win, Rook. Your turn.
Yo, y'all hitting these niggas, man? I swear my ability went down.
Watch it!
Y'all need to stay in.
Ranged attacker.
That's one for us.
They're behind you.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I hear that. Motherfucker, I need to heal.
Right on them.
Yo!
That goes to you.
Nice one.
With my ass. I need everything I can get, boy. Not doing combat. Activate. Man, that was rough. We are final company. The work will. Alright, yeah, okay. Is there a recommended level? No, I can do it right now. Alright. Off to the races.
Demons. It looks like another
shit.
victim.
Despair.
Yeah, y'all sat here. Y'all really sat there and watched it? Are you dead? You gotta be dead, bro. If you drunk, you are messed up, gang. What?
Compassion. Another victim.
This one. Green against grey stone. Rain, nourish. How she watched it bloom. Find who she was.
Smoke Bridge. Brother, what?
They left a trail. Sloppy, but useful.
Okay, he's talking about it.
Hortensia. She was a gardener.
Green against grey. In debt, desperate, but still found hope. A faint connection begins to bind them. We must find the third.
What you talking about, Willis? Find more victims.
A cat.
It's the first time you said anything about the cat. Okay. Oh, it's right here.
The spirit of compassion. And another murder victim.
This one. A roof denied. Eyes skim over. Yet a world smudged in shadow. So beautiful. Find who he was.
Yeah, you know,
There's a trail. We can follow it.
I'm really just starting to catch on to how this really works. Look for the crumpled up paper. I'm guessing this guy was an artist.
Charcoal drawings by someone named Evander.
A world smudged in shadow. He drew Docktown's darkness, but also its light. All those I found, I held a hand as the light left.
Do you know something about the murder victims? What connected them?
Each was desperate. Each heard a whisper that tempted them, and each turned away. They defied the one who called them. The demons we saw were merely minions. Too late for these. But now I can watch and protect others. Something larger stirs, calling the desperate. I cannot see what. No, the hope you bring Dogtown thwarts it, and may you continue.
How did you learn to fix ancient elven things?
Trial and error, mostly. Take something apart, then try to put it back together again, you know?
It cannot be easy to know if you've done it right, when it never worked in the first place.
Sometimes it's less important to know what it was intended to do, and more about getting it to do what you want instead.
Good point.
Be ready.
work, everyone!
I say, we did that boy dirty. Damn. It's happening, y'all. I feel myself slipping. I feel myself wanting to explore. I wanted to just do something to shake the algorithm a bit, let them know I'm still kicking. You know what I mean?
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. How does a Morn Watcher come to be involved with the Blight in Arlathan? And not just any Watcher, but a controversial figure after what you pulled during that undead rebellion.
First and foremost, look at this nigga's head, yo. What the fuck? Damn, bro, this nigga head is shaped like my kneecap. That is crazy.
My decisions regarding our noble dead are hardly relevant here.
Very well. Then I'd like to hear how a Navaran necromancer unleashed the Blight.
I think unleashed is a little strong. It was an unfortunate side effect.
The Blight was a side effect?
Yes, of stopping the Dreadwolf, elven god of lies, from destroying the Veil. We did stop him, by the way. You're welcome.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
It's no fairy tale. When we stopped Solus, something got out. According to the Veil Jumpers, it was the elven gods, Elganon and Gillinane. And they're not just evil. They're blighted. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Hard-headed ass motherfucker. I understand why they made him the way he looks like that. He's very hard-headed. I get it. I see what y'all did there. You'll be taking the... He wanted somebody to bend the knee. I don't want to make enemies with him because then it makes it really complicated with the crows. And we actually need this nigga's help. I feel like he's going to focus on the idiot and not just listen. Really want to say think again, though.
No, please. You can't do that.
I assure you, I can.
I don't know how much time we have. The gods are doing something with the Blight. We need to stop them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander KRILLIN acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded girl?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
That was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Maevaris Talani, of the Shadow Dragons.
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen.
Maevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
The First Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Minrathous lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
I bet the Blight's gotten a hold of that warden.
In a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to talk to Varric.
Alright, well, off to the lighthouse.